Okay, I can go first. I think the question is not reflecting the truth of reality. I think if you meet a lot of greedy men, you have to ask yourself, why am I attracting men with that frequency of lack consciousness? Why am I attracting men who are so unsafe within themselves to be in a giving state? So it's just a reflection, it's a symptom to you that there are some insecurities within yourself that are making you a magnet of men who are not capable to share and be in a giving state. It's not about men. I don't like to generalize. There are different type of human beings. There are different men. There are different women. But if we are attracting beings that are vibrating on a frequency of greediness and lack, then it's about us. It's not about them.
I think also the same man can behave differently with different women. So if, for example, he gives something and the woman really appreciates that and is grateful, shows her gratitude to him, it makes him want to give even more. And if you don't appreciate, then of course he wouldn't be interested to invest more.
In my culture, we say men fall in love with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears. So as Mira says, I think we have all of us, we have lots of unhealed wounds that causing us to see different people in the same stage of our being. And yes, men really likes to be appreciated and they want to show us love with giving, but the way the feminine energy usually perceives men is not in a way of feeling safe. That's why men try to show their masculinity in an unhealthy way. Because the relationship these days, it's not based on the accepting in a feminine energy and giving in a masculine energy. It's based on the competition that feminine energy is trying to have with masculinity. So basically men trying to get revenge unconsciously, because the way men perceive the word, it's about winning. Winning for men means respect and receiving from the feminine energy. But when we are not in our feminine energy and we are not safe in our feminine energy, then the men would show us that wound and that pain. So that's why whatever Mira says, I'm really following her idea.
Okay, in conclusions, there are no greedy men. There are no, safe or unsafe women. There are just wounds, inner wounds that we all need to heal and dive within to really reconcile with our past traumas and pains and convert the frequency of unsafety into love.
Feminine energy is a loving, caring, and beauty energy. Men and masculinity really want to get involved to this energy. So they want to provide that safety to be part of our energy. So they want it because we are the creators. We create something and they provide for us to create. So when we are not able to receive their passion and we don't we cannot spread our power for creating love, then we label men as a greedy person instead of seeing ourselves within ourselves why we are not able to receive men the way they are. We want to change them. We want to rebuild them. We cannot accept them the way they are. And we need to work on it.
And that's because we don't accept ourselves the way we are.
Exactly.
And men are just a mirror to ourselves.
I think anytime when our attention is outward bound and we choose to label somebody outside of us, oh, he is greedy, we are running away from our own truth, right? And from our own distorted perception of who we are. And, this narrative that it's somebody else is greedy is actually a coping mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. The story is trying to protect us from feeling our own unreconciled and unfelt pain. felt pain, suppressed pain from the past. So mind is creating these stories that's supposed to protect us from feeling the pain. So anytime when our attention is outward bound, instead of, oh, I am perceiving man as greedy, if I perceive men in that way, am I in a state of receiving? Not really. Right? So that's, I think, what we need to look at more than anything is that instead of labeling somebody as greedy, ask yourself, why am I perceiving them that way? Why my lens of perception are that way?